Hey everyone, Luke the Duke Grimm here. Welcome to episode number 2 of the Bullshit and Shenanigans podcast. This is going to be another solo one. It might be a little longer than my first one. Today I'm going to go through some questions. This is going to be the TMI tag. What this is it's a collection of questions that are going to tell you guys something about me and might make me think about some things about me as well. Um, it's 50 questions, and it's not like super detailed, but there are some things that are kind of personal. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I don't show my face on camera, so you guys don't see me. You guys don't know what I look like. You just know my voice. So I figured this could be kind of a compromise, and you guys can learn something about me from this. So let's get started with question number 1, which is a very interesting little question, and that's, what are you wearing? Well, when you like to know. I mean, for all you guys know, I could be doing this. I could be doing this little podcast and nothing but a smile. But I actually just have a black Metallica shirt and black shorts. So that's all. Question 2 is, ever been in love? Yes, a handful of times. I'm actually a really emotional, touchy feely, kind of lovey dovey person, but not super crazy like that. But I have been in love before. Yes. Number 3 is, ever had a terrible breakup? Yeah. I have had some amicable ones, and I've had one that was really. I this was, God, 5 years ago, I think. And what happened was I left my girlfriend at the time for her best friend, who was also my ex. Yeah, it was kind of a fucked up situation. The upside is that we're all on talking terms. We've been on talking terms, or there's no like real animosity. Plus, the one ex is engaged now, so I mean she's doing well for herself, um, in that department anyway. So, but I still regret that decision. That was a boneheaded move that old Luke the Duke pulled at age 14. I have learned my lesson since then. Number 4 is, how tall are you? I am 6 feet tall. I am actually taller than both my parents. But yeah, 6 foot. How much do you weigh? I really don't want to answer that question, if for no other reason than it's just, that's like too personal for me. I'm a big guy though. I'll cop to that. If we're going by Gabriel Iglesias' 5 levels, which are big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and bam, I'm a solid like level 3. I'm not a damn, because I don't. If I told you my weight and then showed you a picture, you might not think the two match. I'll put it that way. But I'm on the bigger side, so I would cop to level 3 there. Number 6 is, any tattoos? Not at the moment. I want to get some tattoos. There are ideas I have in my head, but I need to either sketch it out or have one of my friends sketch it out, or have some kind of idea. You have something going in, and also have to research like how much they are, because I've never gotten a tattoo before. But I want one, at least one, probably a couple. I don't know. We'll see. The next question is, any piercings? Not at the moment. No, and I'm like really weird about needles. I get anxiety big time from needles, and some people, it's kind of like a no brainer, like needles, sharp things that jab into you. No, but honestly, I don't see myself getting um, getting a piercing or anything. Like, I considered getting my ears pierced at one point, but nah, no, it's okay. All right, number 8. I don't have an answer for it, but it's the one true pairing, OTP. I don't have one because, one, I don't really watch much anime. Two, I'm not one of those like super fans that sits there and ships everyone and everything. Like, who gives a shit, right? Like that. I mean, that makes the fan fiction world go round, these OTPs. But I don't write fan fiction, so I'm impartial on that one. Number 9 is favorite show. I'm going to give two answers here. One's going to be my favorite show currently, and that's American Horror Story, because it's such great storytelling. Although this season I'm worried about, because Jessica Lange is not going to be on it. But we get Lady Gaga, so I'm hopeful. But my favorite season of that show is actually season 2. It was Asylum, but season 1, Murder House, was awesome as well. Season 3 wasn't as good, I don't think, although we had Stevie Nicks for a cameo, so that was cool. And I didn't get to watch all season 4 because crap happened with my DVR at home, but whatever. My favorite show ever is 6 Feet Under, which was a drama done by HBO years and years ago. It's been off the air for 10 years now, but it was one of the best series ever. Just check it out. Look it up. If you have the chance to watch it, I highly, highly recommend it. It's got a lot of dark humor, which means it's right up my alley, but it's a great show that I would recommend to anyone. I do recommend it to like everyone, basically. Number 10 is favorite bands. I have quite a few. Right now, I've really been into In This Moment, Lacuna Coil. Oh God, a lot of other Smashing Pumpkins, Cradle of Filth, Marilyn Manson. I'm really big into metal. You can tell by what I just named off, and hard rock and alternative metal, alternative rock, that kind of thing. But that's just a few of my favorite bands. My CD collection is huge, so you can figure it out from there. But that's just a few. Something you miss. A couple of my people from work. I work at the Starbucks on my college campus, and a couple people. I'll just give first names: Kim and Jackie, who don't work there anymore. Kim graduated, and Jackie found another job. But you guys made things awesome at work. Not saying it's not awesome without you guys, but you guys really made me feel welcome. Really helped me feel like a big part of Team Starbucks. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it. Um, Number 12 is favorite song, and I have a good answer for this one. I want you guys to check it out. It is called Natural Born Sinner by In This Moment. It's not like a single of theirs. It was just an album track off of their latest album, Black Widow. But it's such a powerful song. Read the lyrics if you get a chance, and you'll understand why. Number 13 is How Old Are You? I am the ripe old age of 19. I am a youngin' by all stretches of the imagination, especially regarding YouTube. 19. Number 14, Zodiac Sign. I am a Gemini. I'm like right on the tail end of it, or right on the um, early end of it, because like the cutoff's like the 21st or 22nd of May, and my birthday is May 24th. So I'm like right on the end of it, or the front. You know what I mean. 15 is quality you look for in a partner. Someone with a sense of humor. I really am a smartass. Some of the things I say are off the wall, and I do make jokes and, just mess around with people. And I do it out of love, though. It's not never malicious. And I want someone that is not only it can take a joke, but throw it back at me and like ride with it and play along with it. I love that. So sense of humor is really something. Also, like intelligence, and I'm not meaning like I want to, be married to a genius, but someone who is well educated, well read, well spoken, knows what they're talking about, and knows that if they don't know what they're talking about, just don't. You know what I mean? 16 is favorite quote. I have one for this, and it was Allen Iverson, who's a basketball player, and it was, in this world there are about 1 million people that love me and 15 million that hate me. I will take care of the million that love me, and the rest can go to hell. And I read that when I didn't have like very many friends, and it was I had that attitude of like, you know what, my friends I love to death. I will do anything for them. Everyone else can just go fuck themselves. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to deal with them. They're not worth my time. I know who's worth my time, and I know who's not. And I still hang on to that today. Number 17, favorite actor. Oh boy. I I I don't know. If we're going for males, I have a big thing for Chris Hemsworth for Thor. Um, Also, I really like Mads Mikkelsen, who plays Dr. Hannibal Lecter on the TV series Hannibal. He's so good in that. Oh my god. Michael C. Hall, who's played David on 6 Feet Under. He was Dexter. Just a lot of charisma there. I absolutely love him. Um, I would also say Brad Pitt. I'm a big Brad Pitt fan. For females, I also really enjoy Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Aniston, like later Jennifer Aniston, like Leprechaun era, no one remembers, but Friends, she was great on there. She has great comedic timing. Um, so I would say those two for my female actresses, I should say. Um, 18 is favorite color. I have four. I have black, red, silver, and green. Not together, but like I just love the color black. I don't know why. I just do. Um, 19, loud music or soft? Loud music all the way. I have probably ruined my hearing over the years by how loud I have my music. Although I don't intentionally make it loud to the point where I'm intentionally, or I know I'm killing my hearing. But it's probably just loud enough that I'm gonna be deaf by the time I'm 40. I'm just banking on it. You know what I just, it's whatever. It's whatever. 20. Where do you go when you're sad? I don't really have like a special place. Like if it's not super debilitating, I'll just carry on and I'll process it in my head. I live inside of my head more than I do anywhere else, really. But really, I just try and process it, but I keep going through my day. Even if things are really shitty, I just try and make it through. 21. How long does it take you to shower? Since I have long hair, it's a pain in the ass. So it's probably like around 10 to 15 minutes is like the average. But it depends on the day. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I need to get going, and then other days it's like, fuck this. I just want to be under the hot water for a minute. Let me relax. Let me wake up. I'll get to it when I get to it. 22. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? All things considered, as in like showering, getting dressed, brushing teeth, getting breakfast, that kind of thing. 30, 40 minutes, give or take. I mean, I don't like getting up so where I can do all that and just leave. I like to be like awake for a bit and just mess around and try and keep going, try to stimulate my brain a little bit rather than just get ready, get out the door. I don't like being rushed in that sense, or ever. 23. Ever been in a physical fight? This is a difficult question. I have had many close calls because younger me had a temper. Um, I don't know that I ever actually got into a fight. As in, like, people were being pulled apart. I've had to be held back a few times. People have had to, like, grab my arm or grab around my waist and keep me from hitting the guy next to me. But I don't know if I've ever actually got in an actual physical fight. 24. Turn on. Oh, God. There are a lot of these. I notice a lot of things when I'm looking at someone. But I don't want to go superficial. So, like, honestly, I think, like, intellect and knowledge of what you're talking about rather than just bullshitting, I think that's fucking hot. If you want my honest opinion. Turn off anything regarding tobacco. Any of that. I can't stand the smell of tobacco at all. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I could never date a smoker or a chewer. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Bottom line. So that's a giant, giant turnoff. And also like immaturity, as in there's a time to have fun and there's a time to be serious. When you don't know that line, and it's really fucking irritating. 26. The reason I joined YouTube. Again, I like making people laugh. I like entertaining people. Even if I suck at it, even if I don't have that many fans or followers or whatever, I like doing it. And it's something for me to get away from the college life, from my work life, from all that. It's fun to me. 27. Fears. I am not afraid of very many things. But snakes, I can't do. I no. Heights, I'm also not good with. But then someone my size should not be on a surface any higher than Mini Me's pelvis. Um, I also have this like weird thing every now and again because I have anxiety, as in legitimately clinically diagnosed anxiety. So I worry about things a lot. And for whatever reason, I worry about, like, what if I come home and my grandma gets sick? Or what if my mom, if something happens at her work? Or what if my great grandma dies suddenly? Like, it's weird. Like, I have that thought. It's always family. Or, like, really, really, really close friends that I consider, like, family. It's weird. I don't know. Like I know like okay, the chances of this happening are not like are like minuscule at best, but it still freaks me the fuck out. 28. The last thing that made you cry. Um, I almost shed tears in episode 1 of Walking Dead actually. On my playthrough. Before that, it was actually Titanic. Yes, yes, I cried during the ending of Titanic, and here's why: because that old couple that is, holding each other when the ship is going down was one of the most emotional things I've seen, and I cried like a baby. Just ah. So I'll fess up to that. I'll fess up to it. That's the last time I cried. I've had a couple of close calls since, but that was like a month ago. Like it was like the beginning of July. Ah, shit. Last time you said you love someone. Um, Either my mom or my grandma. I'm not sure. 30. The meaning behind your YouTube name. Luke the Duke Grimm. Well, my first name is Lucas, so that makes sense. Um, Grimm, because I've always had a fascination with like the Grim Reaper and skulls and that, so Grimm made sense. And I started out as just Grimm, but I'm like, that's gotta be a common one. So I changed it and I added my first name in. It was kind of like a Markiplier kind of thing. Just take your first name and then something else. And then the Duke, because Luke Grimm just didn't roll off the tongue, but then Luke the Duke, it rhymed. I'm not trying to call myself a Duke, it just made sense. Kinda. So that's where Luke the Duke Grimm came from. And that was me. I came up with that one. You're not supposed to make up your nickname, but fuck it. Whatever. 31. Last book you read was the last two I read were Pygmy, which is by Chuck Palahniuk, who did Fight Club, Choke. Awesome author. That book was basically about, this guy from a country that's not, they don't come out and say it's North Korea, but it's a very communist regime, very, a dictatorship kind of thing. So you can almost guess it. It was kind of like the interview before the interview, as far as poking fun at North Korea. And then before that was Ronda Rousey's My Fight, Your Fight. I don't follow MMA that closely, but Ronda Rousey is an absolute fucking badass. And reading her book was really. I learned a lot about her. I learned a lot about MMA, and it was awesome to read about her life and her struggles in that, and making it in the UFC and being the most dominant fighter in the world today. Just awesome. 32. The book you're currently reading. I have a stack of them. actually. But the one I'm reading right now is Lullaby by Chuck Palahniuk, which is a weird little book, and I don't even know if I can explain it properly. So look it up. But I've been on a huge Chuck Palahniuk kick this summer. I read like Choke, I read Snuff. I've read a bunch of his books this summer, so I definitely recommend him. 33, last show you watched, Total Divas, which is a show about the WWE, the female wrestlers, the divas. Which, speaking of, I'm a huge sucker for Paige. Paige is just, yes. And she's dating Kevin Scaff from A Day to Remember, which is awesome. It's just like, this is cool. Like, can we get A Day to Remember on, like, WrestleMania next year or something? Please? 34, last person you talked to, my mom. I live at home, so yeah. 35, relationship between you and the last person you texted. Let me grab my phone here, because I don't know who I texted last. That would be my mom. Last person I messaged was my friend Noah, and like we're not super close in that I don't see him like ever, but we're good friends, and that he's helped me through some shit. I've helped him through some shit, so yeah. 36, favorite food. I wow, this is a good one. I'm a sucker for anything pasta. Seriously. Carbs are the death of me in every sense, but pasta is the way to my heart. Yes, make pasta not war. Italian reference for the win. 37, place you want to visit. Germany. My family on my mom's side, actually, it was my great grandfather. I might have, give or take a great or so, was born in Hanover in Germany, and I speak German as well, so it'd be really cool to visit there. Or like Austria or somewhere. I've always wanted to go to Norway as well, even though it's like super cold there, and I don't do cold well at all. 38, last place you were, Subway. My mom and I got Subway for dinner. So, yeah. 39, do you have a crush? I mean, no, I don't. It's like, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain. Like, I find people attractive, but it's like if I talk to them enough, they fall into that crush thing. Otherwise, just like I find people attractive, and that's as far as it goes. Because I'm nervous talking to people that I'm interested in. It's bad. It's bad. 40. Last time you kissed someone, I think it was like it was like Christmas 2013, like right around there. Yeah, no, that's about right. 41. Last time you were insulted, I was not offended. But one of my coworkers, actually one of my managers, we were going back and forth, and she was hating how she was getting called ma'am a lot when she's like only a couple years older than me. And I said, well, she was talking about how she also is kind of a tomboy. And I said, well, I was raised by my mom and my grandma. My voice is higher than a usual guy's is. And then she's like, is that why you've been ma'am all week? Because at work, some of our customers, because I have my hair in like kind of a BS bun, since it can't be touching my collar. And because of all that, these people aren't really paying attention and may not care, and it's fine, I get it, think I am a female. And so I got called ma'am probably in the last 2 days at work like 20 to 30 times. And so my manager kind of threw that at me, and I just busted up laughing. It was great. Like, I did not take offense to it. I was not pissed at all. I just laughed. It was great. 42. Favorite flavor of sweet. Oh God. This is a good one because I don't know. I love chocolate. I also love salted caramel. I have to say salted caramel. And just now I had to click over because I set up my recording for 25 minutes because I thought that was all the longer it was going to take. Wrong. I talk a lot. All right, 43. What instruments do you play? I sing some. I play guitar, I play drums. I have played bass. I don't own a bass, but I can play bass. I used to play piano when I was like super young, but I don't really play it anymore. 44, favorite piece of jewelry. Either my class ring, which has an emerald in it, which is my birthstone, or I have this like huge like gothic cross, like a dual level cross, which I just love wearing. When I'm in that kind of mood, I'll just wear that, and I just love it. 45, last sport you played. I don't play sports. I never did, so it's like, whatever, you know. 46, last song you sang was actually, I was like, before I was recording, I was singing a little bit of Unicorn Wizard by Ninja Sex Party to myself. Because that song's just so silly, but I love it. And I actually, like, found Ninja Sex Party. My friends were talking about that, and I'm like, holy crap, these guys are cool. So, and there were riots. So that was the last song I sang. 47, favorite chat up line. Does this mean like pickup line? Because I don't use those. I don't believe in pickup lines. But I always like asking people. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite like chat up line. Like I can usually just work well on my toes. Like if I'm trying to talk to someone like in line, or hey, I find this person attractive. Let's try and see what they're into. Then I'm usually good at working on the fly. I don't know that I have a favorite line. Have I ever used it? Talking on the fly? Fuck yeah, I'm doing it right now. 49, last time you hung out with anyone? Oh man. I haven't in a while. It would have been last week. I was with a bunch of my friends. We were going to garage sales in town and that, and I bought some shit. And we made plenty of jokes. We were those assholes going up and down the streets, just cracking jokes, saying things that probably should not be said in public, but whatever. Sorry. And number 50, who should answer these questions next? Oh, now I get to be evil. Skull Siege, I'm tagging you. Blackie Chan, I'm tagging you. King of Fat Cats, Logan, I'm tagging you. Who else should do this? Sheila, Baby Tiger Sheila, that's it. Because here's why. She has not made videos in a while. And I want to be that asshole that's like poking the stick and be like, make videos, make more videos, make more videos. So I want her to do this and just see what happens. Let's have some fun with it. Alright, so now you guys know some more about Luke the Duke Grimm through this TMI tag. I will do some other things. I also welcome any questions you have if you tweet at me at Luke Duke Grimm, or on the Facebook, or comment down below, and I might do a Q&A podcast. Excuse me, that was gross. I might do a Q&A podcast sometime down the road. But the thing is, I just didn't want to record anything because another Walking Dead episode is going to take like 2 hours to do, and I need to be completely quiet in the house, and I can't guarantee that right now. So I'm like, I'll do a podcast. It'll take like half an hour. I don't have to edit much, so it's all good. So thank you guys so much for listening, / watching, / whatever. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys next time in whatever I decide to make. Thank you so much. I love my Grimm ones. You guys know this. Thank you. Bye.